Hi everyone, this is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled Afraid, Do It Anyway. So as many of you may know or may not know, I've done or I have a YouTube channel. I've been doing videos like for about 6 years. I had a blog. I've been doing that for about 10, and I've been doing this podcast for about almost 2.5 years. So I am well versed in as far as talking to you guys in different mediums, platforms, and all that other stuff. But what you may not know is that I've never went live. Never. So I recently, this past week, I think it was on Saturday, I ended up going live on Instagram. It is not posted, just because it was just like my initial thing or whatever. But I was so afraid to do it. And it's so crazy because, as you know, like I talk to you guys, I have so many podcasts and so many videos and all that other stuff, but I've never went live. And I don't know why I never went live or whatever, but it was just one of those things. Like, I was just so afraid to do it. But once I got in front of the camera and like the 6 people that was there, it was like my mom, my cousin, like two girls like from the Jagged Edge like fan thing, and then like 2 other people as well. So I had about 6 people, but I was so nervous to do it. But once I got in front of the camera and I started talking to them, it was so easy. And then it was like, once I got off of it, I was so relieved. And that's the thing. Like, sometimes we get into our mind so much that we think of every scenario that could go wrong. But what we don't think about is what can go right. And I want to give you that encouragement that if God has placed something on your heart to do, it may not be something that you want to do, but He's telling you to do it for a reason. And He hasn't placed it in your heart to do if He wasn't going to get you through it. A lot of times we work ourselves up, especially in our minds, and we think of all the negative things that can happen and all these negative scenarios and all this other stuff. But once again, we don't think about what can go right. And once I got on the camera, like for the most part, it wasn't even hard. It was just like basically like I talk to you guys like in the podcast, or if I do like one of the YouTube videos, it wasn't even that much harder. And I don't know why it took me so long to do it, but I do want to start doing it more. But I have to figure out my daughter's schedule. We'll figure that out another time. But either way, it was just one of those things. So if there's something inside of you and it's burning in the inside of you, and I know that you might be afraid, but I want to give you that encouragement. Don't be afraid. You have the talent. You have the gifts. You have everything. It's already on the inside of you. And if God is pushing you to do it, it's because you're going to succeed in it. He has something on the other side of your fear, but you'll never get there if you're afraid to actually showcase what you have on the inside. It's enough of you having all this talent on the inside and you're not sharing it with the world. You've had enough time with your talent behind closed doors. Now God is trying to put you into the forefront. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith, to make that step. You're going to make it. You're going to succeed. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect or anything like that, but at the end of the day, you have it on the inside of you for a reason, and it's time for you to come out of hiding. It's time for you to show the world what God has placed on the inside of you, which you know that you can succeed at, but you're just afraid. Use your voice, use your talent, use whatever that He's placed on the inside of you, whether it's drawing, writing, singing, or anything, or maybe it's giving out a helping hand or even starting that non-for-profit. Whatever God has placed on the inside of you, it is time for you to start living in your truth. If not now, when? There's nothing stopping you but you. Get out of your mind, get out of your thoughts, because it's not going to be as bad as whatever is in your thoughts. Trust me. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, what if nobody is there or whatever? It was actually fun. And what I think the only thing for me is I want to make sure that I kind of have like topics and stuff. So so it's just not like dead air or something like that. But other than that, it was just like how I'm talking to you guys right now. And so at the end of the day, you don't know where it can take you. Once you start on your path, you don't know where it's going to take you. Like I stated at the beginning, I started out writing. I was in a blog. I was behind the scenes. I think I did that for about 4 years, and then I started doing the videos. And then now I'm doing a podcast. So at the end of the day, if you take that leap of faith, you've seen the progression of what, I'm stating. And then now, I just wrote a book and everything, or you may or may not know. But I wrote a book in July. It's called Love and Relationships under Tammy Simmons. It's on Amazon. But the thing is just if you just take that leap of faith and you've seen the progression, and then God will open up more doors and opportunities, but he can't do that if you just want to stay behind the scenes or stay in your house and not let anyone know that you have talent. It is time to get out of your own way, get out of your mind, stop thinking the worst things is going to happen. God has a plan for your life, and it's not for you to not succeed. You're going to be successful. It's going to happen for you, but you have to take that step. You have to take that step. You have to start believing in yourself. You don't have all that talent for no reason. It is time for you to allow your light to shine. No longer standing in your own way. You got this. It's going to happen for you. And also with the leap of faith. So, as I just stated, I finished my book. I finished the book in July. And by September, I was talking to Jagged Edge on their radio show. October, Bishop T.D. Jakes and Sarita Jakes' daughter, Cora, reviewed my book on her live. Now, I think by today, because it was actually yesterday, so this is Wednesday. But on Monday, Jagged Edge actually got my books. And then I have like 2 offers to do interviews. And so at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying to you guys. Just take the step. You don't know how God is going to progress you. It's going to happen for you, but you have to take that step. And I'm not saying those things to brag or boast, but I want you to know that on the other side of your yes, there's other opportunities for you. I thought about writing a book, but I didn't know if I was really going to do it. And from me saying yes, and then actually putting it out, and then seeing other opportunities to, get on Jagged Edge's radio show, or seeing the address that Pastor Cora ended up putting on Instagram. Basically all those things were a leap of faith. So that is the encouragement that I want to give someone else, that just take that leap of faith. You don't know where it will take you. Now, like I said, I have like 2 interviews. I know like one of them is going to be on Instagram Live. And so, and that's why I have to get myself used to actually being on Instagram Live and all the other stuff. And then I have another opportunity, but once I figure out that, then I'll let you guys know. But anyway, I don't want to make this super long. But the thing about it is this: just take that leap of faith. Please take that leap of faith. And the craziest thing, you might be saying, hey, I'm shy, I'm an introvert. Hey, I am shy and I'm an introvert as well. And I'm so much of an introvert. That's why I was blogging first. That's why I wasn't on videos first. But because I knew that no one was going to give me an opportunity because I barely talked. So by the grace of God, I made an opportunity for myself. And maybe that's something that you have to do. Maybe you have to create a blog for yourself or create your own show, not even just looking to celebrities or anybody to make you famous, but create something on your own terms. And then everyone will come after you. Because by the grace of God, that's what's happening to me. I'm not giving you any type of encouragement that I'm not going through currently. I was an introvert. I hated conflict. I barely talked to people. They thought I was a mute. Like, I'm so serious. And the thing about it is, by the grace of God, I created my own path. And I created my own platforms, or, I put myself on all these platforms and everything because I knew no one was going to give me an opportunity because I barely talked to anyone. So no one knew I had talent. No one knew I could write. No one knew that, I had any sort of talent. Why? Because I barely talked to people. So I want to give you that encouragement. Maybe that could be your path as well. So that's just an option for you as well. But like I said, I don't want to make this podcast super long, but I do want to give you guys encouragement. No matter what it looks like, keep going. Start your own path. Don't look for anyone to give you out handouts. Let them come after you. Let God prune you, wash you off, clean you off. Let you go through whatever that you have to go through so you can go through the doors that He has and that will be opened up for you. But you'll never get there if you don't start somewhere. It's not too late for you. I don't care how old you are. The point that you are still alive, God still has a plan for your life. So I don't care if you're 80, 90, or whatever. God can still use you. Your time is not over. So don't be afraid. Do it anyway. So always know that you have worth, you have value, you are worthy, worth it, and priceless. Thank you so much for your support. And if you got to the end of this podcast, thank you so much. I love you guys. And until next time, bye.